What's going on, guys and girls? Asher here from Player TV, and today we'll be taking a look at this right here. This is the MM800. It's the Polaris mouse mat from Corsair. It's a gaming RGB mouse mat thing that links with all your other Corsair things. I like RGB, what more can I say? So I did tell you we're going to be doing different things on the channel. I didn't think you would expect a mouse mat. Now, reviewing a mouse mat isn't something I've really done before, and obviously this is an RGB one, so it is in my field of knowledge, I guess, but like I said, it is only a mouse mat, so it is going to be a quick video of this. But yeah, it's a hard surface mouse mat. This one's the hard surface version. You can also get it in a nice cloth version, which I haven't actually tried. I've only got the hard version here. A couple of little features about it. The width of it is 254 millimeters, and the height is 283 millimeters, and the actual thickness is about 5 millimeters thick. So it's not a thick mouse mat to say. It's got quite a lot of LEDs in there. There's about 15. There is 15 zones around the outside that you can control separately, and obviously have nice fades and stuff like this one's doing at the moment in time. So in the actual box, you don't really get much. All you do get is the mouse mat and then the instruction booklet and a 2-year warranty that goes along with it. Nice to have a 2-year warranty of a mouse mat because it's one of the things that does get quite a lot of use. With the actual mouse mat itself, it also has a braided cable. It's about 1.8 meters, give or take. Braided cable. I normally like braided cables, but on a mouse mat, it's not that important really, for the sake that you don't really move it. If you've got a lot of LAN parties and for some reason you want to take a massive RGB mouse mat with you, then that'll probably help you quite a lot. Another really cool feature as well is it does also have a USB pass-through on the back, which they advertise as using for your mouse, but I've not actually used it. I've used it to plug my phone in once or twice, but I've got enough USB. But it's nice that the mouse mat doesn't take up a whole USB on its own, and you can still plug stuff into the back of it, and that it's obviously quite accessible. It does obviously normally face backwards away from you, but if you put a cable in there, or even your mouse, it's got to do absolutely fine. Obviously, with regards to that USB, it's better to plug it into a USB 3.0 because you will get a bit more power going through it, because obviously the mouse mat with the LEDs does take up a bit of power. So charging your phone and stuff on it like I've been trying to do doesn't work that well because it takes hell of a long time to charge, when normally they do anyway. Are you constantly going out of focus? You shouldn't be. You're on manual focus, you can't focus yourself. One little thing I've noticed on this as well is the Corsair tramp stamp, as it became famous, has disappeared, and they have gone back to the sails icon, which I'm covering up on my finger. But it is nice. I do prefer the sails. Unfortunately, all my other peripherals, my K65 and my M65 Pro mouse, are both got the tramp stamp on, so it does look a bit odd, this one. But I'm hoping we'll replace them soon with a newer K70 or maybe the K8. 75, I believe, with all the G keys on. But yeah, so if you're one of them people that really hated the new tramp stamp logo, the sales logo is back on it. Going back to the RGB on the mouse for a second, obviously, like I said, it's got 15 zones around the outside. It's got it on the left, right, and obviously the bottom. No RGB on the top, which is a bit disappointing. The reason I don't like the RGB, it's a nice RGB mouse mat. The RGB does give it a nice effect, but if you're buying an RGB mouse mat, the reason you're buying it is because it's over the top. I'm not saying you're crazy or anything, I'm a bit over the top. I mean, like I said, I've got my computer window and stuff. You want to show off your gear, and RGB is a nice way to do it. But they seem to have missed, I mean, at the top of the actual mouse mat, there's like these glossy plastic, and I'd have preferred if there was RGB underneath that. So not extra zones or anything, I'd even like them to cut the zones down a bit. But if you put RGB in a mouse mat, you might as well go over the top, because you are over the top if you've got RGB in a mouse mat. It's not needed. It's not going to improve your game performance. Corsair says it helps you get into the game more. It doesn't, because you don't look at it. It's just desk ornaments, but it's fantastic. Good desk ornament. But I think they could have done more with the RGB. I mean, yeah, it does look nice when it's sat on your desk, but they could have done more. They could have made it over the top, and I wouldn't even blame them for it. I'd quite like it a bit more over the top, really. So moving away from RGB onto the build quality of the actual device. Obviously it is hard, so there's no flex in it. Well, obviously there is flex. I won't recommend flexing it too much. But this actually does help when you're moving your mouse across it or pushing down. I'm quite a heavy user of keyboards and mice, and I push down onto them. So I've got a nice big wooden table and a nice mechanical keyboard. But because it is hard, it doesn't flex under it. I normally have a cloth mouse mat, that's my daily driver, and I've actually now kind of been put towards hard surfaces because, as well as that, when you're tracking the mouse over, because it's such a smooth surface, you can move your mouse a lot faster and you don't lose the tracking. While with a cloth mouse mat, it kind of grips it, the mouse gets gripped onto the cloth mouse mat. While on this, so I'm having to push it quite hard. On this, however, I can push down hard. Sorry for the noise. I can push down hard and still keep a nice smooth and quick motion. Moving on to the back of the mouse mat, we've got like a rubberized texture which stops it from slipping about. Works fine on glass, wood. Haven't used it on carpet or anything because why would you use a mouse mat on carpet? So conclusion time about this, time to give it a grade and an award and stuff like that. Like I said, absolutely fantastic surface, tracks really well and no problems, never had any jumping or stuttering with the mouse sensor. I've been converted to hard surfaces. The only thing I don't really like about hard surfaces still is because the texture, when you rub your hand on it or your wrist, I get this tickling sensation. It's a really unpleasant tickling sensation. It's not like touching chalkboard or anything. It's like, I don't know, I just don't like the feel of it under my hand. It makes me cringe somewhat. So when I'm using mouse mat, I'm finding myself actually using a lot more of a steeper claw grip, which actually hurts my wrist. This is just personal preference. So if you don't mind that kind of, texturized surf, that'll be fine. But I don't mind. I do mind it, but I'm still got to use this mouse mat for the sake that I do prefer hard surfaces to cloth now. And all I'm doing now is a cloth, my big long cloth thing is staying under this so it dampens sound down when I'm banging around and stuff like that. But yeah, so gaming, this is absolutely fantastic as well. Games like CSGO and other first-person shooters, you can get your nice little flick shots and trick shots and stuff like that in, because obviously you can move the mouse and it is a nice big surface area. So if you're a low DPI user, you've got enough surface area to move about. I'm pretty much a high DPS surface, but I have had to lower it for this because it's so movable and slow slippy, you don't have to have your DPS as high, so you can keep it lower and get a lot more accurate shots as well. So gaming wise, it has made my shots a bit more accurate. I wouldn't say it's made me any better because I'm a bit crap at CSGO really, but it has made me a bit better this, especially with my mouse accuracy and the speed as well. In general use, day to day, I've been doing stuff like editing videos and photos, browsing the web, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely fine. It's a mouse mat, it's got to work. What do you expect? You could use it on your knee and it'll probably still work, but obviously, like I said, this is a lot more comfortable. And like I said, with the RGB, it does give you a bit of zest to your setup and makes it look cool. So, with the conclusion in mind, I'm going to give this, the award-wise, I'm actually going to give this a silver. Unfortunately, it's not worth a gold. It is a really nice build quality. The LEDs look good, but like I said, there could be more of the top. I prefer the LEDs on this mouse mat to be more of the top than what they are. And it's £50 at the moment in time it retails for, so it is an expensive buy-in for just what basically is just a mouse mat with a couple of lights on the side of it. It's not going to be for everybody. I would not actually buy this because I've got the Corsair gear already, like the K65 and the M Pro. It links up with all that, so it does make it a worthwhile purchase for me. But other people say if you're just looking for a new mouse mat and you don't have other Corsair stuff, I'd probably give this one a skip. The LEDs, they're alright, they're not the brightest. It's, like I said, £50, so if you're not going to be caring about the LEDs, there's no point in you buying it. It's all about the show, this thing. Yeah, the performance is good with the tracking and stuff like that, but that doesn't equivalent to £50 if you're not interested in the LEDs. So a silver award, just for the sake, it is a bit of a niche item really, but like I said, it is a nice build quality and the LEDs do work really well. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I just know it's a short video. Like I said, if you're interested in the QLab 2 and want me to go deeper, leave a comment down in the description. I said deeper. Leave a comment down in the description and I'll get to making that. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra!